I'm watching the hurricane. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm stuck in a bunch of traffic here. I got a couple things I want to talk about today, and I'm also going to ride out here to one of our local parks and get some pretty cool shots with the drone. I'm going to practice with some of the modes and stuff that it has on there. Smart modes, I think they're called. Anyway, and try to get you guys some cool shots. There's a nice little lake there and nice little scenic area, so I'm going to throw the drone up. Alright guys, so not sure if you guys are in the loop. Some of you guys that watch my channel talk to me on a regular basis. Anyhow, right when I came back to school, as you guys know, I drive a Ford Ranger. That's how I haul my Grom around and my three-wheelers and such. As you guys may have seen a while ago, I uploaded a video entitled Replacing the Torque Converter Solenoid on my Ranger. And I was having some trouble with the transmission, doing some hard shifting from first to second when I replaced that. I never had any slipping or anything like that, just some hard shifting. So I put that solenoid in there and it worked for some time. It worked about maybe 5-6 months, and last spring it started acting up again. And when it would do it is when I'd ride on the interstate, you know, back and forth between school and home, you know, at 70 mile an hour and up, you know, on the open highway. And what would happen is occasionally a nice Corvair, I think, maybe not, but anyway, it would like I said, it would shift hard after it got warm. But also the other thing it would do is it started doing this just recently. All summer I used it to drive to work and everything, and never really had any issues beyond the hard shifting. Like I said, it never slipped or nothing like that. And I mean, it was kind of like, you know, noteworthy, but at the same time I wasn't super concerned about it. Well, anyway, when I brought my stuff down here to move in the first week of school, we got halfway and started getting into some rain, so we wanted to cover some stuff up that was in the bed that we didn't want to get wet. And when I got off the interstate, my truck went down, you know, shifted all the way down to first, like normal, because we were at a stoplight. And then when I turned off of there to keep going towards the Meijer parking lot that we stopped in, my truck wouldn't shift back up. It wouldn't come out of first. So we made it, and I was like, well, we'll just see what happens. So I went ahead then and did what we needed to do, started the truck back up. It was fine. Drove fine the rest of the way. So, you know, made it to school. Wasn't like super, you know, bothered by it right at the time, just because I had bigger things to worry about getting started with school and everything. So anyway, I had made up my mind though that when I took it home, I was gonna, you know, borrow my girlfriend's car, because it normally just sits at home because she goes to school down here too. So we talked it over and decided to use her car to come back, and then that way my parents could take the truck in and get it looked at for me, since, you know, I don't have the ability to while I'm in school. So anyhow, guys, got the truck in, and they did some diagnostics on it and everything, and it turns out the transmission needed a whole overhaul. Now, you guys, if you're familiar with stuff, know that transmissions get expensive really fast. So that wasn't a good thing to hear, especially since I'm in school. I mean, I'm not, you know, the richest kid, and so I was kind of nervous about it. But anyway, I started looking at other vehicles and other trucks and things to maybe just buy something cheap to get by until, you know, I'm working again full time next summer. So basically just something to get me through the winter and spring. And you can't really find anything worthwhile within the price range that it was going to cost to get my truck transmission overhauled. So we decided that the best option would be to just go ahead and have it done, and you know, I pay for it that way. So the truck went in last Friday. They said they should have it done by today. So if that's the case, like I said, since I'm quite a ways away, I'm gonna have my dad pick it up, and I'm gonna actually have him drive it to work for a couple weeks and use it just, you know, for any running that he may want to do back home. That way we can make sure that the truck and everything is gonna be all set for me, because I don't want to, you know, sometimes they need band adjustments or something, and I just don't want to be halfway to school and, you know, something not be right and need adjusted, or if there's something else that needs looked at or anything like that, with a fresh rebuild. So he's going to run it around for a little bit, and he's going to make sure that, you know, it's all good for me and everything. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an update on that because I'm kind of bummed about it. The good news is, though, I should have it back, like I said, first weekend of October, and that'll be with my dad, you know, having time to drive it around and test it and everything. So good news is I'll have it back, and we'll be able to still take the Grom down to the Smokies, ride the tail of the Dragon, and we'll be all good there. So that's coming up too. We will be heading down there for the week of Thanksgiving, and I'll be riding around making some videos depending on the weather. The past couple years I've taken the Grom down. It's been hit and miss. We usually have at least a couple good days, but I also am there to spend time with my family too, so you know, I kind of watching things too, because I don't want to, you know, take away from that, because I don't get to see them, you know, much through the school year. However, I usually take about a day or two to ride, and then I also, you know, when we go out and do things, I tend to ride the bike too, just because I really love riding down there. Another thing I'd like to talk about today, just briefly, my buddy Jacob, which I don't think he's been in any of the videos yet, but my buddy Jacob rides a OG Grom, and I think one of the other guys, Casey, down here in the Grom squad, we are planning on riding our bikes to the crawl from here. Now, as you guys know, I live in Ohio. I've actually been considering riding my Grom from Ohio, meeting up with them guys here. I've planned the route out. It's very simple, but we will see about that. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Like I said, just a brief statement about it, because we have some plans to film like the process of prepping, and he wants to kind of help out with the filming and stuff of that. So I'm just going to briefly mention that, get it out there. But yeah, be looking out for that, because that should be a pretty interesting series. I know that we still got a ways to go, and right now I'm realizing that it's kind of windy. I don't know how the drone's going to do. I don't even know if I want to put it up. We'll see once we're not moving. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. We're pulling up here. We're gonna get this drone up, maybe. Like I said, it's kind of windy. They're getting their haunted house set up. I was riding back in here the other day and kind of was venturing off on some trails, and I saw where they're putting it up and building it. It looks kind of cool. I think I'll park like right here. I'll throw it up. So I just got some pretty cool footage with the drone to edit into something. Alright, that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Like this video. Share it with your friends. I don't really care what you do. Throw it in the trash can on your iPhone. Go get you an iPhone X or an Android. If that's what you're into, I don't care. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.